All right, welcome back, and let's continue where we left off. The sleeping space inside Hachimaru isn't that big. I can't even stretch my legs out. I wake up feeling a bit sore. When I step outside into the garage, I find Azuki snoring away peacefully. Her black top and jeans are haphazardly thrown on the back of a chair. Is she gonna sleep like this every day from now on? She shouldn't be showing so much skin to anyone except her boyfriend or whatever. How could she be so defenseless around people? She's just in her sleep, turning in my direction. The way her chest is sandwiched between her arms only emphasizes her cleavage. Clear my throat and head for the wash basin. Feel myself with short hair in the mirror surprises me for a second. I wash my face and gargle some mouthwash. It doesn't look like Azuki's waking up anytime soon. Bro just does a mouthwash and doesn't even brush his teeth. Ew. I look at my wristwatch. Dad should have gone to work by now. Even though I only stay in the garage for 2 nights, it feels like it's been way longer. It was Saturday when Somomo showed up and I had the falling out with Dad. Since I'll be going back to the academy from today, I won't have time to take things easy. I change clothes, grab a few more outfits from my room, and scavenge some food from the kitchen. The garage has a small fridge. Plus, there's a camping equipment so I can heat things up. I get cereal, milk, toast, and eggs. I also grab instant coffee, dry spaghetti, and some bags of rice. Plus, some instant curry, pasta, and cup noodles as well. All the easy to make stuff goes into a plastic bag, and there is a single set of dirty dishes in the sink. I am imagining my dad eating here alone makes my heart ache. I wash the dishes and put them to dry. I hope he notices and understands that I'm not rebelling against him just for the sake of it. The idea of leaving him a note saying I'm going to class crosses my mind, but it feels a little too manipulative on my part. What time do classes end anyway? It's been so long I can't remember. I should be able to get back home before he does at least. If I'm missing anything else, I can come pick it up.
ああ、キャンディーか。どこ行ってたんだよ。
Jesus. I guess there's nothing underneath. This is kind of a garage. So, could you put on some clothes?
ああ、ごめんごめん。暑くて。
That's no excuse.
照れるなよ、キャンディー。ちょっとしたサービスだよ、サービス。
So annoying. I put the plastic bag down on the tree stump table in front of the sofa.
何それ。
Food and change the clothes for me.
マジ気が利くな。
Don't eat it all.
食べない食べない。こう見えて共同生活は慣れてるんだから。
And that's why you parade around in your underwear?
あらバナナは
There aren't any.
なんであずきさんの朝ごはんはバナナでしょうが。
I guess she needs the electrolytes. Or you can give her a banana if you don't want to. Never mind. That's news to me. If you don't like it, you have to eat it.
なあキャンディーお前何歳
16. My answers lost her in her tracks.
ガキンチョじゃん。じゃあ電波食いの前の記憶とかないのな。
What the fuck is them? But what the fuck? What is wave eating? Alright, it must be one of those tips thing. Phase 3. Banana. Can be eaten as a snack. Placed as a not very convincing trap or used as a lewd joke by prepubescent boys. I'm not prepubescent as a boy. Anyway, truly there is no fruit that embodies the human condition better than this. The petals of banana flowers are strangely large, invoking improper thoughts in those with the maturity of a raw potato. Wait, They will explain this particular phenomenon that she was talking about. It's done for now. I don't know.
そうかそうか
Huh?
まあいいや他は卵いつ買えるの
There's a stove and portable kettle we can use. On weekdays, you can open the garage door and use them out in the drive, but bring it all back in before evening.
はーい
I'm going to class
い
now.
ってらっしゃいな坊ちゃま
You're gonna piss me off if you keep making fun of me.
もう怒ってるじゃん
Whatever.
早く行けよ
I'll notice if you steal something again. So don't even
は
try.
い
And put on some clothes.
はい
And heave a huge sigh. And she thinks she's the grown-up here. I'm already so fatigued that my steps feel heavy. Wait a second. Where's the if this is his house, where's the garage door? Unless it's one of those that, yeah, this kind of looks weird. It's like, look at that. There's a space that looks like where you could also put another car to park, right? But where's the entrance to, like, you know what, never mind. The academy, huh? What a hassle. I don't really know anyone there. Just 1 week, 5 days, and it's only during the day. All right. I leave home and walk to the academy for the first time in God knows how long. Looking up at the sky, I see flocks of white birds. Beyond them, I can see Halley's Comet. It's the 11th today. Just 2 weeks left until the 28th. Am I really going in the right direction? At least things have advanced a little. All I can really do now is go with the flow. In the end, it only takes me about 15 minutes to get to the academy. Not that far away. Apparently, Narayama Sky Academy used to be an international airport. But 15 years ago, there was a huge global catastrophe where all communication equipment suddenly stopped working. For obvious reasons, the airport was destroyed as a result utterly. Then you tip. Narayama Sky Academy. A science-focused academic facility that was built from the remains of Terminal 2 of Narayama Airport. It was named Sky Academy in hopes that humankind would one day recover the sky. There are high school, undergraduate, and doctoral programs all in the same campus. Oh, that's very convenient how it's basically like an elevator school thing. Terminal 1 took the bulk of the damage, so it's a no-entry zone now. Terminal 2 was left in a good enough shape that they rebuilt it into the current science academy. The air routes are closed now, and it seems like we can't use these things that were called communication networks anymore. To be honest, since I didn't grow up with any of that, I can't imagine what life back then was like. I've heard that things used to be way more convenient. I heard that people used to be able to carry mobile phones around, to ride self-driving cars, and to even shop from the comfort of their own homes. But I guess, well, basically the internet's dead. No one has cell phones. I'm thinking it's kind of weird. Like, no, okay. So I know that artificial pigeons disrupt radio waves, so that prevents things like cell phone lines to exist. I don't know. I was thinking if there was a possibility to create like wired communications, deal with that situation, you know, and they have some sort of shielding against the whatever the artificial pigeons are doing. I don't know, man. I'm no electrical engineer or whatever. Mom and Dad's generation still remember those times. It reminds me of the plane I photographed a few days ago. If something that big really was able to fly through the sky before, I sure would have liked to ride it. So I guess, I mean, thinking, like, if you think about the world, World War One era, like 1920s, you know, around the 1910s, you know, that time span. Planes didn't need like fucking, they didn't have like radio communication with the planes. I mean, there's nothing stopping them from creating airplanes, but at the same time, I can imagine why it's so hard if they got used to like working with planes that has radio communications on it. I can imagine at least ships and boats still exist. I mean, those things existed before we even had any kind of radio communication set up. People had to rely on flags, you know. So some sailor's gonna do some sort of flag thing, and it kind of communicates the thing. I don't know, man. I mean, I can imagine ships didn't disappear because of the communication issue. But planes, I think there's still a possible way. I just don't know how they're going to communicate, especially now it's harder to keep track of things. But like, I don't think planes... Well, he only talked about the big planes. I mean, there could still be small planes flying around. Anyway, I would also like to photograph one of them while in flight. Maybe after class are over, I can drop my stuff at home, then go take pictures in the terminal again. The academy comes into view. Oh, it's a public sky school. Nariyama Public Sky School. Okay. The academy doubles as a research institution and a university. They also have high school and undergraduate courses, so the place is huge. With researchers and students coming and going all the time, the entrance is always packed. The academy's entrance hall is wide and open. I mean, it's literally a converted terminal, so you know. There's still remnants of the airport here. There are two elevators leading to the big hall on the 5th floor, and a neat little cafe on the left side. I often see their ads for part-time jobs around the academy, so I'm sure the place must be manned by students. The tables and chairs are arranged sparsely across the big space. Students and people in white lab coats sit around the tables. The academy is just as I remember it. Nothing seems to have changed much in all the months I was absent. I walk up the elevator, taking in familiar sights. I can't even remember where my classroom is supposed to be, but I finally make it after following some directions on the display. I hear the voices of students behind the door. Sighing, I reach for the door. Then after taking a few deep breaths, I slide it open. The noise immediately dies down. All eyes are on me. I try not to think about it as I step inside. First thing I realize is that I don't know where my seat is supposed to be. My gaze wanders until I make eye contact with one of the boys seated in the front row. I don't know where my seat is. Upon hearing that, the boy simply points me at the seat at the back, in the back. Typical MC seat. Let me guess, it's next to the window. Thanks. I walk to the seat he indicated and sit down. Thankfully, it's... I knew it, man! I knew it! Thankfully, it's right by the back window. And it's nowhere near the teacher's podium. I look out the window to avoid stares. Typical MC seat sitting flat. After a while, people start talking again, and the bustle returns to the classroom. Not long after, the bell rings, and the door at the front of the classroom opens. And from it, Sumomo walks in. She looks my way as soon as she enters the classroom. I assume the first thing she noticed was that the previously empty seat is now filled. She smiles and waves at me. I hear someone clear their throat at the back of the classroom. At some point, a middle-aged teacher has entered the classroom and taken a seat in the folding chair near the rear door. Is that her advisor? Hearing his cuff, she immediately lowers her hand.
おはようございます。では出席を取ります。青木さん。
Why does the board look so big? Look at the board. I mean, I don't know. Of course a board is going to be larger than a person, but there's something about the view that makes it look that Sumomo is so small. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Let me close the UI. Okay, for a second. Yeah, something doesn't fit right about the proportion of things. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm overthinking this.
はい、アメイ君。
Hi. Everyone turns to me again. Sumomo steals a glance at me, smiles slightly before looking back at her attendance book. Behind the podium, she seems like a totally different person. Her voice sounds a lot more subdued for starters, and her expression is as stiff as stone. Back in the garage, she was so full of life. A little disappointed, I just stared at her standing there at the podium. As expected, the faculty was on my case after such a long absence, and I didn't get out until after 4 p.m. I was asked about why and then come to class, and told I need to have perfect attendance from now on if I want to graduate. I was also advised to think seriously about what I want to do in the future, blah blah blah. They also told me to come in for supplementary lessons over summer break to make up for the lost time. I just nodded and said yes to everything, but in the end I was still chewed out for one whole hour. And the person doing all this was the same teacher that was observing Sumomo this morning. It seems like he's my homeroom teacher. As for me, I'd rather talk with Sumomo over him by a long shot. No matter what came of it, Sumomo went to the trouble of coming to my house. The other teacher who gave me grilling must have spent the weekend taking it easy and said, "On second thought, I suppose it's better that the credit for dragging a slacker back to school goes to Sumomo. I bet it'll help her career." I didn't have any classes with her today. I wonder if I'll have one with her during this week. At least I got through day 1 of 5. Only 4 left. I'll keep quiet and endure it. I can just let it pass by, like water under the bridge. Summer vacation starts in 4 days. Then Hachimaru will be good to go, and I can go to the place that Mom sketched. Hachimaru worked once before. I'll watch over Azuki's shoulder as she repairs it, then head out to search for the location. My summer plan is in motion now, but Azuki might as well try to steal Hachimaru while not looking. She might have lied again about Hachimaru not working and had already run off with it before I get home. Anxiety that thought causes me turns my swift pace to a jog.
おーキャンディー汗だくじゃん。何してんの？
I wonder why she's willing to play around this time around. Well, something about the Momo thing, I guess, but I don't know why. Like before even Sumo chimed in to talk about stuff, why was she so willing to play along? I mean, she really could have just run off right now. But I'll be right back. Okay, man, let's continue. Thought my food was here. I find Azuki working under the hood, putting my things down on the sofa, and go stand next to her. What are you doing?
修理でしょうが。
I can see that. I noticed a black box-shaped thing by her feet. What's that?
スターター。
Huh.
それがダメなんだろうな。リレーもヒューズも問題なかったから。
Really?
イグニッション回してもクランキングしなくなっただろ。
Sure.
鍵さしてキュルキュルキュルってあれ。
Right.
あれが鳴らないときは電気系統がいかれてるわけ。ヒューズ、リレー、スターター、どれか。で、残念ながら今回はスターターがいかれてたわけ。
Is that bad?
取り寄せるしかない。ヒューズなら会話あるけど、あそこに。
Azuki points to the back of the garage. I see. How long will it take?
2週間くらいじゃねえの？
That's a long time. Be cutting things close.
スターターがないとそもそも燃料系、吸気系、点火系のチェックはできないんだよ。一応スキャンツールでは問題なさそうだけど。
What's that?
これ車につなぐと故障してる箇所を教えてくれる。規格が変わってないから今でも使えるわけ。今の車ほど細かくはわからないけど。
Oh, it'll work if we can get a new starter. Oh, there's a new tips. Scan tool. An external diagnostic device that can be connected to most car models to identify breakdowns. If there's a failure in any of the digital components of the car, this tool can identify it easily. It consists of an LCD screen, physical buttons, and a connection cord. There are general-purpose devices that can be used to connect to many different car models, and specialized devices for specific manufacturers of car models. Okay. Okay, we're getting most terms out in K-Street by now.
多分スキャンツールも万能じゃないけどね。逆にこれで動かなかったらちょっと厄介だな。
Oh,
それからキャンディー、コーヒー。
what kind of tool is that?
何言ってんだお前。休憩だよ。コーヒー入れろっての。
Oh, a cup of coffee, right.
やだ。
I'm rummaging through the plastic bag I brought over from the house this morning when I realized something. Why do I have to make you coffee? Do it yourself.
いいじゃねえかよ別に。いろいろ教えてやってるだろ。
Yeah, I guess.
車は一回直して終わりじゃないんだぞ。特にこんな車、自分である程度いじれないとすぐスクラップだぞ。コーヒ
I got it.
ー、いいキャンディーだ。
Push your luck.
学校どうだったんだよ。
I need some CDs. Fucking... Alright, here we go. She says, slurping up the instant coffee approved. What do you mean?
久しぶりだったんだろ。それにあのビッチ、本当に専攻してるの？
I didn't have any classes with her today.
そうなんだ。何教えてんの？ビーチザビッチ。農業？
Peachy the Beach. I like her nickname. I don't think we had that course, but that's a good question actually.
何教えているにしても全然想像つかねえよな。
Yeah, me neither. You said we had to order a new starter, right? Is there anything we can do while we wait for it to get here?
あんまないね。車をしてる時になんかイオンしてただろ。あれタイヤがどっかに当たってんだよ。とりあえずそれ見る感じか。あとバンパーね。これも取り寄せ。まあなくても走るけどねこれは。取り寄せていいんだろ。
Sure, go
な
nuts.
いよ。
I stare down at the mug in my hands. The warm coffee glides across the polished bottom as I turn it around. I see myself in the new haircut reflected in it. I remember Sumomo's joyous smile when she finished styling my hair. I wonder why Sumomo sounds so sad in class. I can't help but wonder as I remember the joy she showed while cutting my hair. After noticing Azuki bring her own cup to her lips several times, I finally looked back up. Is there anything I can help with? Azuki eyes Hachimaru.
な？今はないな。届かないと部品が。
Oh,
まあ興味あるなら見てるよ。
alright. After that, Azuki teaches me about the tires. Time flies until we notice the sun setting. I like how she decided to just hang out with them anyway. I guess she doesn't really have friends or something. What the fuck? And she doesn't want to go home. That she decides to hang out with like these two. Huh?
ビッチ。
ピーチ やピーチでもないんだけど本当は。
What are you doing here?
遊びに？
Why? I went to class, didn't I? I'll be there tomorrow too.
それは分かってるけど。
Yeah, she probably doesn't really actually have friends, so she decides to hang out with these two. What the fuck? The situation is kind of weird. Sumomo pouts and looks at me with puppy eyes.
いいじゃん、別に仲間に入れてくれたって。
It's not like we're friends or anything.
ご飯とか買ってきたし、お酒も。
I don't drink.
さすがビッチ気が利く。キャンディー入れておやりなさいな。
ピーチ？いや、ピーチでもないんだけど。
もうまた甘い。なんだよこれ。甘ったるい酒ばっかじゃないの。
Azuki shouts after downing her third colorful cup of alcopop that Sumomo brought. Alcopop.
美味しいじゃん、ジュースみたいで。
Wait, isn't that the most dangerous kinds of like fucking alcohol? When you're no. I of course drinking tons of like hard liquor is gonna make you super drunk. But like when I was younger during my undergrad days and we go out to drink and shit, there's always a place that would serve alcoholic juice. And those things you can't even taste the alcohol. But after like a couple of cups, you're instantly down, man. Those are the dangerous kinds of alcohol, man. You don't even know you're drinking alcohol. It doesn't feel like you're drinking alcohol. Yeah. Anyway.
だらお前はピーチザビッチなんだよ。意味不明。このスイートビッチめ。
Sweet to beach.
ダッセ。すぐ人にダサいっていうのをやめなさい。
I noticed Azuki's face getting red right after the first drink. Sumo was drinking at the same pace, but it doesn't seem to be affecting her.
私はスクラップハンターあずきって呼ばれてる。
By the way, I think I already said this in the first upload, but like, I really like Sumo's VA. I'm really surprised because I'm so used to her maturing much more mature sounding characters, but now she's voicing like a college age girl. So this is a very interesting experience.
ダサすぎー。誰が呼んでるんだよそれ。
うるさいな。うるさいんだよビッチ。メガネおかっぱ。
違うもん。
違わないでしょうが。
本当の私はこうじゃないんだもん。
何言ってるんですかこのビッチは。酔ってるんじゃないの。こんな甘いお酒でビッチだから。
ビッチは酒強えんだぞ。
いやビッチはすぐ酔うんだから。あずき知ってるんだから。
That sounds like cope, man.
作戦です。酔ったふりが得意なんです。いやらしい。 別にやるわけじゃないよ。酔った勢いでとかはまあ全くないわけではないけど。
Do what? To do what?
ビッチ。
でもいいなと思ってる人だけだし、誰とでもじゃないもん。しかもその時私超稼いでたからね。
What kind of gig are you talking about here, man? What is this?
あ、体で？
それだけはやりません。夜の世界ではあるけど。
Doing what?
お水か。
さ、キャバで20歳くらいの時。
Oh, okay.
お前が？
そうだよ。一晩で150万とか使ってくれた人もいたよ。
Jesus Christ. Why is someone like this hanging out with us right now, huh?
嘘だね。酔っ払って口から出まかせ言ってるんでしょうが、あずき知ってるんだから。
酔ってるのはおめえだろ。
酔ってねえし、こんなのジュースだし。
あずきちょろそう。意外にコロッと好きになっちゃってピューッと走り出しちゃいそう。
人をチョロ Q みたいに言うんじゃないよ。全然ちょろくないでしょうが。
チョロ Q？ 何それ。カンナ君知ってる？
Not a clue.
昔のおもちゃでしょうが。キュリキュリキュリピューって走る車のおもちゃでしょうが。
世代間ギャップ。年の差。
誰がおばさんだ。あずきさんでしょうが。
So then she shouts at me. What?
おばさんって思ってるんでしょうが。
No, I swear.
キャンディー、あずき知ってた。キャンディー生意気だけど本当は素直ないい子だってあずきは知ってた。
ババクサ
Oh no, 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 no.
殺す。
Man, you two should know how to make noise.
やってないでしょ。
Jesus, she was already knocked out, man. Well, you know, she was drinking that sweet juice, quote unquote. I've seen so many casualties from that kind of juice, man.
寝ぼけてる。かわいいね。
Mo picks up her bag and gets ready to go home. Let's toss to look at Azuki for a moment. Have some mercy next time. I'm the one who has to deal with her.
ごめんごめん。カンヌくん、ありがとね。一緒にご飯食べてくれて。
Why is she hanging out with us though? Why is she doing this? What's her plan? Huh? And then really do anything. It was pretty much all Azuki.
カンヌくんがこの場所貸してくれてるからだしさ。
Yeah, he's only there to just to be background, to be a background. I guess if there's already one extra person here, another doesn't make that much difference.
でも、私は嬉しかったの。
Whatever.
また明日ね。
Sure. Sumo waves goodbye and leaves. I see her off outside and stand there watching for a while. I collect the empty cans scattered on the table and toss them in a plastic bag. There are still some stacks left, but I throw them in the bag as well.
あずきの方がお酒強いでしょうが。
Yeah.
全然酔ってないでしょうが。
Whatever you say.
全然ちょろく。
She slurs the last part of that sentence and pulls herself up. Now in a sitting position, she stares at me silently. It's kind of scary. Her lips are slightly parted. Those pink lips. No, this isn't the time for that. I gotta... I'm gonna go sleep. Before I can turn away, she grabs my arms and pulls. Ah! No.
まだあずきの話の途中でしょうが。
Oh no. I must protect my virginity. Holy shit. A hag is getting on top of me. Holy shit. Let's see how this world plays out. About what?
缶チューハイ酔いつぶれるまで飲み続けてみた。
What?
何本飲んでも酔いませんでした。
Huh?
そうでしょうが。
Hazuki-san, I don't...
そうでしょうが。
Hazuki whispers, bringing her face in close to mine. I can feel her hot breath on my nose. And it stinks. It reeks of alcohol. Get off!
どかない。
You stink!
少ない。
Hazuki!
どこがちょろいんだ。私のビッチ。
Sumomo already left.
ね。あ、キャンディー。あ、キャンディーか。なんだよ。近いよ、キャンディー。
You're the one who suddenly clambered on top of me. Wait, this might be a good CG. Oh, this end.
キャンディーも男の子だな。そうでしょうが。
Knock it off.
気持ちよくなりたいんでしょうが。
She begins drawing circles in my chest with her fingertips, slowly tracing her way down. Her finger trail over my stomach until they reach the top of my pants, and then lower. Stop it, Azuki.
もう大きくなってるんでしょうか。ここもオーバーホールしてすっ きりさせたいんでしょうが。
She's really lame. She's really lame there. I can't seem to move. I feel her warmth all over me as she presses her body against mine.
キャンディーはチェリー味？それともミルクかな。
Stop. Alright, here we go. Azuki's sly smile turns into a tight pout as she makes a strange sound. This is gonna be like the fucking thing that happened in Midsommar, man. She's doing that sound again. Not sure I like it. Huh? Oh man, this is so disgusting, man. Oh shit. No! What the fuck? It stings, god damn it.
吐いてみた。
I know.
ぬる。
You what?
シャーシャーシャーシャー。
That's not how snoring works. Damn it, why is this happening to me? Ah! Before I know it, I half crying as I curse my luck. Half crying. I take out my vomit covered clothes and wash them in the sink. Damn it. Fuck. I hate women. They're the worst. I'm kicking you out as soon as Hachimaru's fix. Damn it all to hell. Be right back. Alright, back. I'm still tired from yesterday. The clothes weren't dry when I woke up. Asuki was sleeping away on the sofa like a baby. Mental note, never let Asuki drink again. Or at the very least, not in the garage. Today is day 2. This time my classmates didn't pay me much mind as I entered the classroom. I sit by the window just like yesterday. The bell rings at the same time as yesterday, and Sumomo comes into the room. I watch her as she takes attendance. There's something weird about her. I don't get it. It's like she's a different person here. Seeing her like this, there's something definitely different. I keep wondering why that is. And also, why it's making me feel anxious. The last class on Tuesday morning turns out to be with Sumomo. The subject is world history.
この混乱に直面してね、ローマはなんか王様みたいな偉い人がやっぱり必要だよねってなって。
Bro, she's not gonna make it, guys.
それでね、そういう王様みたいのがいないのを共和制って言うんだけどね。
Sumomo writes on the whiteboard as she dictates the lesson.
先生、字が違うと思います。そうなの？
She erases one letter in the word and replaces it with another. I can't say I've seen that term before.
そっちじゃなくて。
Over for her man.
こっち？
She replaces another letter. It still looks kind of wrong.
教科書見てください。
By the way, I like how it says female teacher, but the voice sounds as if it was also a student. I guess you know how there's like a trope about like anime tropes about like teachers being kind of super ultra young. Anyway, I mean their voice. And well, some of them look way younger than their students for some reason. That's a trope in anime, but like I don't know.
ごめんね。
She flips through the textbook in a hurry. An awkward silence sets like a haze over the classroom. The homeroom teacher is still sitting at the back of the room. His loud sigh of disappointment can be heard in every corner of the silent classroom.
こうか。
Wait, I'm guessing there are multiple multiple teachers, I guess. Oh no, sorry, student. Is it just me, or is it just me? It said I might be losing it. Ah, like this. So that's how you write republicanism. Everyone in the class nods silently. Is it just? I'm gonna check the VOD later. I probably lost it because I was like, why did this say female teacher? It shouldn't be because my. I don't know, man. I probably lost it. I'm sorry, guys. Her whole lesson pretty much went like that. By the end, I felt like her own nervousness rubbed off on me, making me jittery and anxious. Sumo seemed happy that me coming back to class would help her get her license, but I wonder if it'll do her any good. I'm not completely sure she'll be any good at this, even if she did get her degree. These are weird looking. This is supposed to be like an airport platform, and the airport platform view observation decks. I mean, and the observation decks I'm seeing tend to have like tend to be like high fence places, you know, for reasons such as so that someone cannot accidentally fall down or purposely fall down. You know, if you watch, like, if you read like White Album 2, you know what like a airport fence in Japan would look like. So this is kind of bothering me seeing something like this, but I don't know, maybe I haven't seen a lot of observation decks in my time. Continue. Perhaps because of Sumomo's lesson, at lunchtime I'm so exhausted, I don't feel hungry at all. I decided to kill some time on the rooftop bench. Around me, gaggles of female students eating their lunch. Most of the benches are packed. On one of them sits a young man surrounded by three girls. The man is tall and his hair is cut short. But when I overhear from the girls talking, it seems like the man is also a college student doing his teacher training. And a few benches to the side of them, I notice a familiar silhouette. It's Sumomo eating a pastry alone. Is there such a gulf between fellow students? It seems kind of cruel. After staring at her for a while, she finally notices me. She flashes me a smile and waves. I give her a little nod in response. Is she gonna come and sit with me? But right as I think she's going to get up, Sumomo lowers her head and turns back to her pastry. What the hell? Where did Sumomo go? And what did that woman do to her? There's something wrong here. I get up and look out at Terminal 1 instead. You can see the rubble from here. I had 2 more classes this afternoon. When I'm done with that, I'll go take pictures there again. And so, after classes are over, I head to Terminal 1. At the end of this road is a no-entry zone, with nothing but ruins and trash plains beyond. That means no one comes here. The garage has become a loud mess these last few days. So, getting some alone time is a godsend. I take my camera out of its bag and hang it around my neck. Flipping through the yellow and black tape, I head inside. The deeper I go, the wider the space becomes. Since the planes are so big, I figure you need a lot of space back when there were lots of them. I look at the scenery through my viewfinder. I see an abandoned truck and a huge pool top with busted lights. It's already late afternoon. That was quick after taking a couple of pictures, and then we slowly jump into this. The thick summer clouds roll by in the background. I lose track of time taking pictures of the images reflected in my viewfinder, and before long the sun starts setting. Guess it's about time I head back home. I look up at the scarlet sky. I see the comet making its way through the scarlet expanse. The comet is getting closer and closer to the destination of its 76-year trip. I'll make it in time. Asagi's repairing the car. There aren't that many things you can photograph at night, and I'll be able to search for the place freely. I'm so deep in my thoughts I didn't notice footsteps coming closer until they're right behind me. Huh? Who else would come here? That doesn't matter. Being found by anyone here would mean trouble. I definitely don't need more of that. I consider trying to hide in the shadow of the abandoned car, but as soon as I turn around, I find myself face to face with the source of the footsteps. Oh shit! It's obviously Sumomo, man. I mean, if you watch the beginning of the VN, you already saw Sumomo's actual face. And they were doing a flashback thing. Busted. I wonder what this person's doing here. They don't look like someone out on patrol. She's wearing a white blouse with light pink detailing and has long white hair, the tips of which are also tinged with pink. And she's carrying a huge bag at her side. Huh? The woman smiles at me. You know, yeah. Her being teacher, Sumomo, is a huge nerf, man. She's so nerfed. At her true form, you know? God damn. Well, actually, even her teacher form is already kind of cute, but like, her true form is like next level. 2 levels, 3 levels, maybe. Huh? What? What? Sumomo? Why do you look so, different? What are you doing here? Here? Alone? But why?
ってさ、髪染めろって言われるし、派手な服着るなって言われるし。でも私さ、自分がキラキラしてないと結構ストレス溜まるタイプでさ、だからここでこっそり変身しているのです。
変身？
そう、大好きな自分に。びっくりした？
That's an understatement. I'm damn surprised. Because we're here for the same reason. We're kind of doing the same thing. I come here to take pictures, so I don't have to tell anyone that I don't want to become a photographer. And Sumomo comes here to look the way she wants to without anyone getting on her case about it. Sumomo smiles at me. It's desolate. It's a desolate, sad smile. Sumomo's true white hair dressed in the air, glowing with the evening sun as the backdrop. Her face is slightly downturned, eyes closed. I raise my camera and snap a shot. Ah, sorry. I just... Can I take some? Photos? Why not? Because I want to. You look prettier than usual. Yeah, you look miles better now. I just want to take pictures of you. I left my camera again. Just act natural, same as always. Okay, then tell me why you like this place so much. Tell me about the kind of places you like. I take a picture of her spreading her arms wide. Yeah. Yeah, it's good. He's really getting into it. Yeah, that's good. Your expression's loosening. Hmm? Oh, this is a nice CG. I'll lower the camera and look at her. You got to be kidding me. That's Haley's comment. It's been there for the last 3 months. Wait, I think I like the CG. This is a possible thumbnail today. I wonder if I had... Let me see if I had... Okay, I'm not thinking. Yeah.
もしかして私超抜けてる？
It sure seems so. Laughing freely, she looks up at the sky again.
だよね。知ってた。
The moment I snap the picture, I feel like my breathing stops. Yes, this is it. This is the Sumomo I wanted to see. The Sumomo I wanted to capture. I wanted to see her laughing like no one else can. No matter what she looks like, this is something she can't hide. It's a crime when that someone with such great smile is made to be sad. This is what irks me so much when I see her in the classroom. It's because I know just how beautiful Sumomo looks when she's happy and laughing. I know. Those are the thoughts that racing through my mind as I press the shutter. Beautiful. Really beautiful. You have a really great smile.
すごいね、カンナ君。
Huh?
よくそんなベタなセリフポンポン言えるね。私もさすがにこんなにストレートに言われるの初めてかも。
Her words make me blush a little. My face feels hot now.
多分さ、カンナ君才能あるよ、カメラマンの。
Bro, she hasn't even seen the photos yet, but okay. I guess she's into the I trust this guy kind of thing.
だって撮られてて楽しいもん、私すっごく。
Okay. I don't know, man. I don't know. How am I supposed to know? Maybe she knows how it's like being a model. I don't know. She looks pretty enough to be a model. At least based on the sprite CG thing. Now I'm certain. My blushing is so intense, it's hard to hide, even under the setting sun. When night falls, we walk together down the abandoned road. What's with the hair?
ウィッグだよ。
What?
カツラ。
Pulls out a familiar swat of haircut in the shape of a bowl from her bag.
わかんなかったでしょ。自信作なんだ。
You made it yourself?
そう。もっとボサボサだったんだけど、自分で整えたの。
That's an amazing skill.
でしょ？
So,
うん？
you really need to do all this? The whole teaching thing. You really want to be a teacher?
あはは聞かないでよ、そんなこと。ごめんね。私ずっとカンナ君に謝ろうと思ってた。
Me? She nods. For what?
だってさ、カンナ君はもうやりたいこと決まってるじゃん。なるんでしょ、カメラマン。私が学校に無理やり連れてこなければさ、ずっと写真撮ってられたじゃん。今日確信したよ。あんなに楽しそうなカンナ君初めて見たし、私自分の都合でカンナ君の夢超邪魔してるんだなって思った。その年でやりたいこと決まってるのすごいよ。普通はそんなの決まってないから、とりあえず学校行ってお茶を濁すんだよ。
But you're doing the teacher thing because you want to, right? It's the same thing. I don't think it'll be a bad thing to have a teacher like you. As long as it's the real you. Like, right now.
昼間の私じゃダメ？
I think anyone could tell you that.
そうだよね。
You should just be like you want to be all the time. I think that's the best way to be.
無理だよ。ちゃんとしてないもん。
While only our footsteps echo along the lone road back home.
家出したのね、私。
Really?
20歳の時。いきなりママと2人暮らしになって、お金もなくて超仲悪くなって、私バカだからすぐ飛び出たの。お金稼ぐために夜の仕事ついてさ、浴びるようにお酒飲んだの、毎晩。大人の男の人に囲まれて、ちゃんとお金も自分で稼いで、 私ちゃんと大人になれたって思ってたの。そのまま新しい相手見つけてやっと幸せになれてさ、また仲良くなれたのね、ママと。初めて新しいパパに会った時に仕事聞かれて、私自信満々で答えたの、やってること。そしたら「なんだ愛人業かよ」とか言われて、ママにも「お前も昔水商売やってたのか」とか言い出して、ママはお酒一滴も飲めないのに、私なんかめっちゃ悔しくて、ママ泣いてたし、そこまで言うことなくないって思ってたんだけど、その後大学に戻って、ああ自分がやってたことって結構嫌う人いたんだって今は納得してるのね。
I see.
カンナ君だって嫌でしょ多分。いいよ正直に言って。
Well, I guess. She smiles at me. The same sad smile I saw back at Terminal 1.
だから私ちゃんとしようと思って。別にママと一緒に住むわけじゃないけどさ、大学出て教職取ったらきっと周りの大人に言えるじゃん。
I don't think that's the reason to change herself, though. Although I wonder why she chose to become a teacher. I mean, I want to hear the specific reason of all potential things you can go into college. Why become a sensei? You know, I want to hear the specific reason for that. I can imagine they would talk about it because there's a lot of things you can do in college, right? Anyway. I don't think that's a reason to change. That's a reason to change yourself, though. I think it's fine for you to stay the way you are. If you prefer that job where you drink and entertain people, I think you should do it.
別にその毎日が楽しかったわけじゃないよ。毎朝吐いてたし、お腹にも肉超ついたし、その時はただ自分もちゃんと生きられたってことが楽しかっただけ。カンナ君みたいに写真を撮ることが楽しいってわけじゃなかったの。何なんだろうな、私のやりたいこと。でもさ、それが見つかってないから、とりあえずママのために教職取ってあげようと思って。
Alright, here we go. This is what I want to hear. Let's see if they explain it. To prove that you're taking things seriously?
そう、あとちょっとだし、何かを最後までやりきったことって私なかったし、だから、よいしょ。
Sumomo twists her hair up, and somehow it fits all into a net, then puts on the wig.
今はこのイケてない私で我慢。
That's a huge nerf, man. That's a huge nerf. The hair alone nerfs her a lot, man.
なのです。
And with that, the conversation is over. I keep thinking of her words as we continue walking, and before long, I can't help but want to say something until we reach a crossroads. Can I ask one thing?
いいよ。今は先生です。
If you die tomorrow, would you have any regrets? Would you live the same day you did today if you knew you'd die tomorrow? Everyone keeps on living like they or the people around them are gonna be alive forever. But I know that's not the case. That's all. I turn my back to her and start walking. After taking a few steps, I stop and turn back. Still looking at me. See you tomorrow.
また明日ね。
Man, she really got nerfed. The hair alone, I just realized how much the hair alone nerfs her so much, man. I take out the wig after seeing him off. What if I die tomorrow? Does he even need to ask? This isn't what I want to do. It'll never work out for me. Not in a million years. I know both the teachers and students see me as a huge fraud. But everyone's smarter than me. We can keep it together. There's not much else I can do, is there? I twirl the wig in my hands. But someday. I really wish I could talk with Kana all the time as my real self, not pretending to be something I'm not.
Oh, Candy. 遅かったな。
Yeah.
ビッチは？
Or Peach, would you? Never mind.
あいつ今日は来ないの？
Don't think so.
なんだ。ていうかさ、キャンディー、今更なんだけど、この車直してどうすんの？お前運転できないじゃん？
I can. I just don't have a license.
無免でどっか行こうとしてたの？
Yeah?
懐かしいね。私にもあったよ、そんな時。
Really?
無免で田舎道運転してみた。はあ、あれは燃えたね。
Whoa, really? Seemingly deep in her memory land, Azuki fails to acknowledge my question. It actually really scares me even thinking of committing such a huge crime. But getting to know a pioneer in that department reassures me a little.
若さゆえのキャンディーのように甘い考え。悪くないね。どこ行きたいの？旅行？
That's what I'm trying to find out. I should have gone and grabbed some stuff this morning. No, way before that. But I was too preoccupied with the car. Now I can finally do what I gotta do. Even if I wait until my dad's gone tomorrow morning, the result will be pretty much the same. But better put my money where my mouth is and do justice to the stuff I told Sumomo earlier. Don't leave for tomorrow what you can do today. The lights of the living room are on. My dad must be in there. After taking a deep breath, I enter the house. Sure enough, my dad's in the living room reading a book. He looks up when I move into the entrance. I see his gaze travel to my forehead for a moment. He must have noticed the haircut. Dad asked, turning his attention back to his book. I want to borrow one of the old albums. The white one. The white album. Never mind, sorry. I don't know why I randomly thought about that. He raised his head again. I nod. I'm talking about the Beatles one, okay? Where are they? The ones when we camped together. I'll be right back. Power of coffee calling. I'm back. Dad goes up to the second floor and comes back with a bag containing about a dozen bundles of albums. Thanks. After handing me the bag, Dad goes back to the sofa and picks up his book again. Is this okay? I hesitate for a moment, then turn and walk toward the front door. He calls out to me, and I turn back. Yeah. But I'm gonna focus on photography this summer. I don't know if I'll go on to a specialized course. I'll attend until the end of semester. Good night. Yeah, it has good ventilation though, so it's okay. I walk back to the garage, starting to feel the weight of the albums in both of my arms. Was it okay to lead the conversation at that? Was there more I should have said? Maybe Dad is thinking the same. He gave me the albums without asking questions. I really want him to understand. I want him to know that I'm serious about becoming a photographer. And if possible, I'd like his support. This is a new feeling I never really had before. Maybe I wouldn't have felt if I just kept being stubborn and not gone to class. Today was the first time ever where I didn't clam out when trying to talk to Dad. Maybe I could graduate, give up on further study, and say I want to study photography while I'm working. That would be a compromise. one I feel like we could both come to terms with now. But that only means this summer is really important.
何それ
Nothing. It's like my homework.
あ、そうキャンディーも大変だな
I sure do. I unpinned mom's sketch from the corkboard next to the sink and take it with me. Can I go into the car for a while?
別にいいけど
I placed mom's sketch on the camper's desk. Maybe the place is one of the campsites we've visited as a family. It could be one of the many locations she scouted together with us. One of them must be the place Mom chose to photograph the comet. I take the albums out of the bag and pile them up on top of the desk. I also ready a notepad and a pen. Okay. First, I need to list out all the places we went. Then, I got to rule out all locations that obviously wouldn't work. After that, I can keep ruling out potential sites one by one by checking regional books at the library. I'm sure I can find it this way. Mom's cheeky grin comes to mind. It must be one of the places I went to with her. Otherwise, she wouldn't have bothered hiding it from me. I set myself up, open the first album, and start looking through our camping pictures.
Amei-kun.
Hi.
Inoue-san.
Day 3. Sumomo came to class again in her usual smart getup. I find myself staring at her. She definitely looks better when she smiles. I'm sure she'll be way more popular if she acted like herself. Both boys and girls for sure. Actually, maybe not the girls, but at least she wouldn't be surrounded on all sides by people that either look at her with disdain or actively dislike her. The thing I really can't figure out though is why I'm so frustrated about this. I know the usual noise in crass Sumomo. It's not that I particularly like her being that way, but I'm sure it's what fits her the best. And it's the way that makes me want to snap pictures of her. Why doesn't anyone seem to realize this woman is clearly not living her best life? Why does no one notice? It's like no one really cares about the people around them. What's the point of us gathering? Us all gathering here and being together then? It's so weird. No, I guess I'm the weird one for thinking this way. Not like it matters. Yesterday we had classes all day, but today we finished after morning lessons. I kind of remember classes ending early on days leading up to summer break last year. I'm already back home by noon. It's perfect. If I can finish pinpointing the possible campsites before semester ends, I'll be able to hit the library and do my research as soon as summer break starts. I'll finish up either today, tomorrow, or the day after that at the latest. I can feel things looking up a little now.
あれキャンディー朝か
Noon, actually.
あれそうなの
Azuki yawns and stretches out, which causes interesting things to happen to her voluptuous curves. How many times do I need to tell you to wear clothes?
あーごめんつい
What are you working on today? Can I be in the car?
ああなんかすんのまた
Yeah.
いいよ別にまだ届いてないし
I can help with you with repairs if you want.
いやそんなにできることないよまだスターター届いてないし
I'm kind of curious about something you said before. You know, the whole thing about what to do if it doesn't work even with a new starter. So, if that happens, what do we do?
その時はその時に考えるしかないな祈れキャンディ
I'm not a fan of saying that saying.
まあなんとかなるよそもそも80は他にもあるし
No. Azuki's clearly surprised by my fervent rebuttal. It has to be this car.
ならやっぱり祈るしかないでしょうが。
That's Lake Kawaguchi. Oh, near Mount Fuji, I guess. That's where Mom fell out of the canoe. It was summer. It was winter. Oh, all right, my brain, my brain, man. It was winter, and she was shivering all day after that. I remember Mom laughing her ass off while dripping with water. I remember it well. I took this picture. We had so much fun there. I'll write down Lake Kawaguchi as a possible location as there reminisce about our time there. Looking back on things, we really visited a lot of places together. There are also pictures from when we went to see the first sunrise of the new year at Omaezaki Beach. And pictures of us at the observation deck at Cape Shinoya. I think we camped nearby and explored the area by car. Most of the photos in the album are of me, taken by Mom. If I knew what would happen, if only I knew she'd be gone so soon, I would have picked up the camera earlier and taken even more pictures of her. I feel the tears coming. Taking my head to dry them away, I reach out for the next album. When I've been through more albums that I have left to look at, I step back out into the garage.
Ah, Kanna-kun, yahoo!
Sumo was here. She's still in her work clothes. Where's Azuki?
外でタバコ吸ってるよ。中禁煙なんだね。
There's lots of stuff that can catch fire in here.
あれはもうゴリゴリだもんね。
I'd rather she not burn us to crisp. I walk past Sumomo and go to the sink.
カンナ君車の中にいたんだね。気づかなかった。
Really?
うんうん。あれ、なんかカンナ君怒ってる？
Why do you say that?
ご機嫌斜めな感じ。なんで？勝手に入っちゃまずかった？
It's a bit late for that now.
それもそっか。
Why are you dressed like that?
え？
You don't need to be in work mode when you're here.
ダメだよ。私ズルズルいっちゃうもん。昨日はまさかの遭遇で見られちゃったけど、この格好じゃないとカンナ君が生徒で私が先生だって忘れちゃう。私バカだから。
Here, just do you. You're here to hang out, not to teach me anything.
そうはいかないよ。でもありがとう。
You hate it though?
え？
You're way prettier when you dress up the way you like. I'm sure all your students think you're some kind of country bumpkin.
桃じゃなくて芋か。桃のうち芋もか。
All right, that's some pun that I'm not familiar with, but that's interesting. You hate that?
悔しくないよ。
Why not? Even I'm surprised by my raised tone. But Sumomo seems to not care as she puts a finger into her lips and thinks.
慣れちゃったのかな。別に自分のことだったらどうぞ好きに言ってって感じ。だからあのクラスの人たちにどう思われてても別に。私が悔しいのはそこじゃないかな。カンナ君のお母さんとか、あとスクラップハンターあずきとか、好きなことして好きな格好して生きてるって感じじゃん。
I guess. Azuki certainly doesn't care when I tell her to put on clothes.
私もそんな風に生きたいのに、今はそれができないのが悔しい。寂しい？あんま他の人は関係ないかも。自己完結型。
You're weird. He smiles upon hearing that.
変な人生を歩んできたのです。
あ、ピーチ、今日は何か持ってきてないの？
カップ麺差し入れに持ってきたよ。
なんでお酒持ってこないのよ。
あずき超よし。
私が？まさか。
You don't remember?
何が？
Azuki stops and looks at me. What?
よくある、よくある。
You pushed me down on the sofa and vomited all over me.
よくある、よくある。
私が？いやいや。
Azuki shakes her head and returns to her work.
私酔ったことないし。
You gotta be kidding me.
弱い人ほどそういうのよくあるよくある。
ピーチ、お前何しに来たの？
一応授業終わったから特にやることなくてさ。もう授業の準備しなくていいと思うと超気が楽。
お前何教えてたの？
世界史。
お前が世界史？嘘だろ。
ねえあつき、共和制って知ってる？
Well, Sumomo, I want you to try to spell that.
は？
共和制、漢字で書ける？
書けるわけないでしょうが。
だよね。
You staying, Sumomo? I'll go back to the car.
え？車に？なんで？何してるの車の中で？
There's something I gotta do.
何見たい。
ピーチ、
Azuki turns to Sumomo and shakes her head.
聞かなくてもわかるでしょうが、男の子なんだから。
あ、そうか。男の子がするやつか。
The baldy cry. No, that's a new term. No, I don't do that in there.
わかった。いい子。
You think I've been you know what in there since last night?
他に何かすることあるの？
Tons of stuff.
何してるの？
図星なんでしょうが。
Jesus Christ, Azuki. She needs to get laid, man, so she can relax. What the fuck? No, I'm not, and it's a secret.
かわいい。
Shut up. I go into the camper and close the door. I can still hear them joking around. With one ear on the boisterous chatter, I open the next album and continue listing out campsites. After a while, the voices outside Hachimaru cease. Maybe Sumomo went home. I get up and stretch. I'm making good progress, but I'm already yawning and my eyes are getting teary. Rubbing them to stay awake, I turn to the next page. I find another photo of Mom smiling, and Dad's next to her, which means I took this photo too. It looks really happy. It reminds me of Sumomo's smile from yesterday. Mom and Azuki. Sumomo said they dress and live how they wanted. What I hate is wanting to live like that and not being able to. The words come back to me, then disappear. I look to my side. Mom's printer is still there. Oh, he prints the photo. I lift up the printer in both arms. It's heavy, so heavy I can barely carry it on my own. Using my foot, I open the back door. I stick my head out. Azuki's already asleep on the sofa. Moving carefully, I get out of the car and connect the printer to an outlet. When I press the on button, a green light comes up and I hear some internal parts of the machine whirl into life. I insert my camera's memory stick directly into the printer. Yesterday's photos come out on the little LCD display. Pressing the button, I move through the slideshow. Choose the photo and press print. A loud noise comes from the printer. For a moment, I worry about waking Azuki. Then I realize that the sound of her snoring is equally loud. It's unlikely that anything could wake that woman. Sumomo's smiles are very much like my mom's. I truly. Oh! I guess he's into that. I guess. I mean, that's a thing. That's a thing. You know how some people like someone because they kind of remind them of their mom or dad or something. Yeah. So, some people are like that. I feel like it perfectly encapsulates what Sumomo meant when she talked about being who she wanted to be. I really like this picture. I'm sure Sumomo will like it too. Of that, I'm confident. I'll get this photo to her tomorrow. I'll look over my shoulder at the sofa. Hazuki's now snoring at full force. I told her to turn off the lights before going to bed. I turned off the garage lights, then climbed back up into Hachimaru, taking the printer with me. Oh, the dream is over. My field of vision is filled with a stark white ceiling and long flowing white hair. Rose-colored eyes looked down on me. Yonagi? For a moment I could swear she nodded. Maybe I'm imagining things. I get up. Yonagi, who was bending over me, mimics my movement. How long did we sleep this time? I mutter at no one in particular and am reminded that there are no clocks in this place. By design, I assume. I can tell if I had a light sleep or a deep slumber. Then the door opens. Izumo and Wulip enter the room.
よく眠れましたか?
You don't need to ask to know, do you?
食事にしましょう。血糖値が下がっています。
Gee, thanks. I turn to Yanagi. Looks like food's ready. It seems like the expression attempts to break through Yonagi's emotionless visage, but it quickly returns to their usual neutral expression. When we get to the table, Izumo presents us with the same boiled corn dish from before. And it dawns on me that we'll probably be eating the same thing for as long as we're here. But it does taste okay, so it'll probably take some time for me to get bored of it. The only sound in that room is that the spoons are clinking against bowls. Izumo? She turns to me. Mind if I ask a few more things?
どうぞ。
It's about the dream.
夢のこと。
You know about these dreams I'm having, don't you? She nods. I never had such vivid dreams before. Feels like I'm really there. I'm really curious about it.
どうぞ。答えられる範囲内なら。
Oh, I don't know if the questions are important, but I'll make a save just in case. 36. I don't like the interface like this. It's so weird, you know? What's with all the birds? In the dream, I was in a place called Chiba Prefecture. Izumo nods.
成山市。
There were a bunch of white birds there. I think someone called them...
鳩。でもあれは鳩ではありません。人工鳩と呼ばれる生体型の相互通信機です。2031年に開発思想が葉月イザナによって発表され、2035年に試験的に5億羽の人工鳩が放たれました。その後人工鳩はその数を増やし、全世界に管理コストが極めて低く安定した通信ネットワークを提供しました。
I see.
ですが2046年7月10日に全人工鳩が突如暴走、制御不能になり、人工鳩のネットワークエリアすべてで妨害電波を発信するようになりました。この現象は通称電波食いと呼ばれています。
Denpa eating, I see. What's this Denpa eating thing? That dream about the year 2061. What happens after the wave Denpa eating started, right? Izumo nods.
電波食いは葉月イザナ一人の手によって作為的に起こされた珍災でした。人類は人工鳩のネットワークに頼りきりでした。電波食いの後、国連はリメンバーネイチャーと標語を掲げ、自動化、無人化の進んだ事業を人の手に戻していきました。
Now that's some cope.
世論は反テクノロジーに傾き、数少ない有線の通信手段は各国政府の互換通信のみに使われるようになりました。
Now that's some world order shit. Because I'm like, why is it only the governments have the control, and the few means of wire control was used only by the governments of the world to stay in contact? This really feels like you world order shit. You know, the kind of shit you see in Steins Gate. Also in fuck. So it's been ages since I read fucking The Committee of 300 and Chaos Child. Chaos Head, I mean. I never read Chaos Child yet. I'm still thinking about it. I don't feel like it yet. Eventually I will, but like in Chaos Head, the Committee of 300. Anyway. So, there are no communication devices in that world, huh? I guess we read through everything. While I've been talking with Izuma, I managed to clean my plate. Yonagi also finished her meal. Thanks. Izuma nods. Yonagi simply stares at her empty plate. Mind if I go get some fresh air? Why not? I want to go take a look at the rooftop you took me the other day. I can't tell what time it is in here. Thanks. Okay. Okay, this is the stuff I ended up skipping at the beginning because for some reason, I already mentioned this in the last upload that when I opened the game, it automatically played a scene. Then I tried to go to the main menu, and when I tried to start a new case, it doesn't restart to that scene. It just immediately goes to the first case I could get into. I don't know where the flag is to re-enable that, but I think it's fine. It's fine to skip that. I watched the scene in YouTube yesterday, and it wasn't like it only helps to establish that you are in some, you know, there's a couple of things going on. You know, it's like the fucking beginning scene of Fata Morgana, but imagine you start Fata Morgana, you end up skipping the prelude stuff, so you know that you're some dude who's wandering some mansion and going through memories. I wonder why their concept is very familiar. I wonder why. Anyway, the elevator door opens. The air outside feels a little chilly. I walk ahead, looking up at the sky. A wave of relief hits me. This is the sky, you know. The round sky surrounded by high walls. The outside world is just as I remember. I look down and see the whole span of the cityscape spreading in front of my eyes. The familiar sight of outer walls lined with houses on their surface. And above that, the sky is blue and sun dazzling. This is the world I know. Without my memories, I can't really judge how much of my perception is correct. But this is the Japan I know. I know in my heart that this is Shinjuku. I wonder if anyone has found a way to really stand under that sky. Alright, there's a new tip. New tip. Shinjuku. The name of the underground residential district located in Japan's Kanto area. It bears the name of the former surface city. It houses a population of about 2 million. Alright. I think that's it. So they're living underground. Okay. It doesn't look like much has changed from the mental image I seem to have, so the answer is probably no. Taking a deep breath, I notice tiny dust particles mixed in the air. The air indoors is a lot cleaner than outside. That too is the world I know. Huh? When I take the elevator. What? When I get to take the elevator and go back to the eating area. I think that's the correct way of saying it. The fuck? When I take elevator, what the fuck? I find no one there. The dishes Yanagi and I use have been put away as well. Yanagi's probably sleeping already. Izuma and Ulip are also nowhere to be seen. But I don't find anyone in the room either. Yanagi's bed is empty. I noticed a set of clothes neatly folded on my bed. They're exactly the same ones I'm wearing right now. I lift my arm and take a whiff. Thankfully it doesn't smell. But perhaps it would be a bad idea to take a shower before the next dream. Bathroom should be... I recall the time Izuma guided me around. I hear the sound of running water on the other side of the door. So Yanagi's taking a shower, that makes sense. Did I come back later? Izuma, were you watching me?
施設内は常に監視しています。
Gotcha. The sound of water stops. I can hear someone moving around in the shower room. I'll come back later. But then the door opens. Hot steam rolls out into the corridor.
うなぎの入浴は終わりました。そのまま入っても問題ありません。どうぞ。入らないのですか？
I cautiously step through. Would I have behaved differently? No. I get the feeling my reaction would be about the same. I should just go back to bed before she gets back. If Yonagi's in the same room, I'm sure I won't be able to sleep well. Heaving a deep sigh, I head back to the room on my own. After today's classes, Sumomo stands at the podium again and does the usual ceremony to finish the day. That's another day down. Only one more and it'll finally be over. It feels weird coming to class after so much time away. Did each day always feel this long? I'm amazed by how everyone can just sit on these chairs for hours on end. After being out of the school loop for only 3 months, I feel like I've lost something that comes naturally to everyone else.
では、明日は終業式です。夏休みまでもう少しですね。じゃあ、また明日。
My classmates leave the room in a steady stream. I grab my bag and get ready to leave too. I want to get Sumo with a photo I printed out yesterday. After whole teaching practice is over, I might never see her again. I'll leave the classroom together with everyone else. I chase after Sumo at the light jog, but then I hear her voice coming from the landing.
すみません。
あのね、俺毎年見てるのね。君みたいな教職の子。
終わりだ、Sumo。
ここまで何もできない子、逆にいないよ。まだ生徒と一緒に授業が必要でしょ。
終わりだ、Sumo。
すみません。勉強は昔から苦手で。でも、あと1日だし、なんとか教職はもらいたいなって。でも、できることは頑張ったっていうか、自分にできそうなこと見つけてやってみたっていうか。だから、なんとか教職はもらいたいなって言われたこともちゃんと私なりにやったし。
なんだよ。
Is she talking about me? I was happy about her evaluation improving because I came to class.
いえ、なんでもないです。
お前みたいなさ、やることやらないやつに限って努力を評価されたがるのな。プロセスはどうでもいいよ。結果だよ。
だからそれは。
ああ。
いえ、なんでもないです。
The teacher's footsteps grow fainter as he walks away. Sumomo's sad sigh floats down to me. I look up the stairs. I catch a glimpse of Sumomo slowly climbing up them. Man, I really am screwed. I did my best, even dressing up to look the part of whatever they expected of me. I really tried, in my own way. But if the process doesn't matter, then it's just about results. What about bringing Kanda back? Do we need to tell them about it to make it clear? Yeah, I can't. To be honest, I did bring him back so I could use it as a bargaining chip. But it feels like I'm using him as a tool. And I hate that. Maybe I've gotten too close to him. If I knew this was gonna happen, I wouldn't have made a fool of myself and dragged Kana into this in the first place. I follow Sumomo up to the rooftop. Looking around, I see her leaning against the handrail. Taking a photo out of my bag and walk over to her. Sumomo. Here.
カンナ君？何これ？
Take a look. Clearly a little surprised, she accepts the photo from me. Pretty good, right?
私こんな思いっきり笑ってる
When you're in the garage in the terminal, yeah. I haven't seen it once here in the academy though. It's the best photo I've ever taken.
そうなんだ嬉しい
I want to thank you.
私に
My goal has always been to take pictures that make people feel something. That's what makes me happy. And ever since I started coming to class, I've been talking a little more with Dad.
本当パピーと
Pito. Yeah,
よかった仲直りできたの
not quite. I don't think.
そっかでも話せたならよかった
Some good things happen too. Good things that happened because you brought me to class, I mean.
うん
That's all. After tomorrow, we might not see each other again. So I wanted you to know that. And I wanted you to know that you have a really nice smile. I say as I look down at the picture she's holding. Sumomo smiles fondly at her own picture. I see a faint hint of a blush touch her face. I'm glad. I handed her the photo so she can take a good look at herself. I think you should always look like you do in that photo.
ハンナ君もこの写真の私が好き
More than now, sure. After letting out a hearty laugh, she traces her own smile in the picture. She's the first person to look at one of my photos with such passion. Realizing the corners of my mouth curling into a dopey grin, I snap back to the reality and shake my head. So, I guess I should get going,
ありがとねカンナ君
she says as I walk back. When I turn around, I see her holding my photograph in both hands with a wide smile on her face.
今日は片付けもあるしなんかゴタゴタしてて多分ガレージには行けないからまた明日ね
I just answer with a nod.
楽しそうだな私好きだらけだからビッチとか言われるでもやっぱこれが私だよね
I did it. After we part on the rooftop, I head straight back to home and into Hachimaru. I'm almost done sorting through the albums now. At least, I have most of the campsites we visited together listed out. There are a few albums still stacked on the desk. Sticky notes poke out from them. I'm using them to mark locations I can't remember or identify at all. I'll look at my list. There are less than 40 candidates. I'll look at Mom's sketch that I found inside Hachimaru. She probably drew it with a pencil. The paper itself is all wavy in places, as if it had gotten wet and dried out. Maybe it was out in the mountain air. Looks like a place with conifers. It doesn't quite look like a cave, but it looks like a view from some kind of hole. Where in the world is this place? I refocus on the albums on my desk. There's actually someone nearby that remembers all these places better than me. My dad. Maybe I should go to the house and ask him. I could save myself all this hassle. He might recognize the place at a glance.
2061年になってからのお楽しみ
I remember her cheeky grin. A weary smile comes to my own lips. Asking my dad should be the last resort. I still had time. This is the last game between Mom and me. I take a deep breath. We'll be fine. For now, at least, things are moving in the right direction. Hachimaru will be back on the road soon enough. It actually was back on them not so long ago. If I figure out the location, I can have Azuki drive me there. This plan is actually looking realistic now. I'll turn to my dad only after I exhausted all other options. Then, this summer, I'll finally show him that I'm not a kid anymore.
あ、いっぱい出た
Not again!
今日ピーチ来ないの？
Yeah, the semester ends tomorrow, so she has some stuff to do.
そう
So, how's the car looking?
シャーシは無事だよ。これ曲がってたら致命的だからな。
That's good.
キャンディーの夏休みが始まる前にまた盗んじゃおっかな。
You're really starting to piss me off.
もう怒ってるでしょうが。
You better not steal it.
盗む気あったら最初から言わねえよ。それにまた家燃やされるのは嫌だし。盗まねえよ。
It's been 2 weeks since my teacher training began. This painful experience ends today. I see my reflection in the mirror. The reflection of the same person I've seen every morning for the last 2 weeks. Me, all put together in my smart suit. My training ends today. I need to go to the classroom one more time and use the most monotone voice I can. Don't leave an impression on anyone. I sit by the window just like yesterday. Then I'll get my teaching license. It doesn't matter if I really get the job as a teacher. All I need is the qualification. Then Ma's husband will finally stop making her life hard. But I can't get Kaila's photo out of my mind. I can't believe I'm smiling like this. I love it. I like this me. I want to be like this. If I were, I'm sure, no matter what happened, I could overcome it. If Mom cried again, I could tell her that everything's gonna be okay. I could smile and laugh for her until she stopped. That would be so dazzling. She'd forget what she was even crying about. Then we'll laugh together. That's it. That's fine. That's what I can do for my mom. Whatever her partner says to her, and whatever she feels about it, there's no way I can influence that. I can't fix him being a douche.
Back.
I call myself out in the mirror. I'm so stupid. This is what happens when I try to use the brain I obviously don't have. What's with this stupid costume? Drop my bag at my feet. A huge bag full of all the pretty clothes I love. This is the last time. I held on for today. I endured it all. I may be stupid, but I tried damn hard. The last time, it's okay if I go out in a blaze of beauty, right? After the end of term ceremony in the gymnasium is finished, we're back in the classroom waiting for the last homeroom period. The last moment of the last day I promised to Sumomo. It feels like it passed by so slowly, yet so fast at the same time. No, I think I'll go with slowly. It did drag on. Sumomo won't have much reason to visit the garage anymore. I'll look out of the window, remembering the afternoons we hung out together. I'm still looking outside when the bell rings and the classroom door opens. So it takes me a moment to notice something's different. Complete silence fills the classroom. It's like the first time I came into the room. I turned to the podium. Yo! She's really going all out. Teachers will like it, but you know she's going all out as a person. Curiously enough, I'm the one that breaks the silence in the room. I couldn't help but voice my surprise. Sumomo. She heads to the podium, her long white hair fluttering as she goes. No one in the classroom seems to understand what's going on.
皆さん、今日までの2週間ありがとうございました。あ、桃の内です。
I hear murmurs from all the classroom.
私、昔から卒業式の長いスピーチとか超嫌いで、だから今ここに立っててもみんなに伝えたいこととか何も浮かんでこなくて。だって知らない人たちが40人集まってるだけだし、みんなが何を好きなのかも全然知らないし、もっと仲良くなりたかったなぁとは思うんだけど、やっぱ慣れないことってするもんじゃないなって感じ。でもここに来たから出会えた人もいるし、気づけたこともあるから。
Sumomo glances my way as she says it.
たまには慣れないことするのもありなのかも。やってみてよかったです。でもやっぱり先生の仕事は私より向いている人に任せたいなと思いました。
The teacher sitting at the back of the classroom is simply staring at her with his mouth hanging open. I even espied the glint of silver tooth inside her mouth. I reach out and grab the camera from inside my bag.
夏休みを満喫しましょう。受験とか頑張ってね。あ、ないんだっけこの学校受験。
Damn, this literally is an elevator school. So all you need to do is graduate, and you can automatically enter the fucking undergrad without taking an entrance exam. Damn. Like if you study one of those schools, man. I don't know, man. I never had that experience. I always had to take an exam. Sumo glances my way. I nod back.
すごいな。みんなすごいよ。うん。みんなはみんなの人生を、私は私の変な人生を。これからも歩いていきましょう。
I point my camera toward the smiling Sumomo. She notices and throws up a peace sign for me. Oh, that's so cute. I take the picture. All the students turn to me. I want to take this one. Sumomo then steps down from the podium and walks out. I put the camera back in my bag and look out the window again. Shortly after, the teacher at the back of the room follows her out into the corridor. As soon as he's gone, the classroom explodes with noise. I'm taken aback. Is it that big of a deal how someone looks? I imagined they would faint if they saw how Azuki looks when she wakes up, but I saw something that really interesting today. Well, there goes teaching, I guess. Sumomo and the teacher from before are sitting at a table in the cafe by the entrance to the academy.
何を考えてるんだお前は。
すみません。
本当に教師になりたいのかお前。甘く見るなよ教師を。
いや、やっぱ向いてないかもって。
授業中に話すことは先に全部書き出しておけって何度も言ったのに。
一応やったんですけどね。
なんだその紙は。
地毛です。
そんなわけあるか。
だって地毛なんだもん。
どんな親に育てられたんだお前は。
親は別に関係ないです。
あるよバカ。学校に来る前に決まるんだよこういうのは。
うん。
He's scolding her so loudly, I can hear every word even from over here. Does he really need to go off on her here of all places? Yeah, that's obviously the intention. It's a public space, and there are people around. I mean, I can't deny that Sumomo's classes were a complete mess. And it's true that she can be a little brazen, not to mention scatterbrained. And above all, she's dumb enough to throw everything away right before the finish line. But it makes me so mad. She should talk back, but she's just sitting there taking his bullshit. Before I even realize what I'm doing, I'm walking up to her. Sumomo sensei. Both of them turned to me. You kept your promise, didn't you?
約束？
I came back to the academy for the last week, just like you promised him. You should remind him of that. You were told to bring me in, right? And you were told that you get your license if I came back to class, right? Make him keep his end of the bargain.
おいアメイ。お前先生に向かって。
I'm not talking to you. Imagine dumping your responsibilities on Sumomo because you can't be bothered to do your job.
お前。
Sumomo sensei kept her promise, didn't she? That has nothing to do with what she looks like. After I finished saying my part to the slack-jawed teacher, I turned to Sumomo again. You better get what's yours. Make sure you didn't endure looking and feeling like crap for nothing. Now that you actually have the guts to be who you are. There's nothing else to fear, right? Turning my back on them, I head straight for the exit. Ah, he does that thing. He gives his say and walks away. It's always like that. That sure was something. Kinda totally took me by surprise. It was so childish when we were in the garage. Where did that come from? Is he actually secretly some kind of bad boy? I watch him walk away. He used to look so small, but now my heartbeat quickens. Ah, here we go. Here we go. It's thumping so hard. Ah, this might be kind of bad. Kinda. I think I'm falling for you. It's one of those stories. To be fair, he really did help her. And, you know, I doubt you care much about that kind of thing, though. So, I'm into a younger guy, huh? I don't think it's the younger guy thing. I think it's more of the personality thing. But you know, she's already 20 plus at this point. You know what? I don't care, man. This is a story. It's not real. I'm not gonna think about it too much unless the story explicitly talks about it as a real issue. It's a story, okay? He's not that much younger though. He's finally out of view. Only then do I realize that the guy on the other side of the table is yelling so loud it almost leaves me deaf in one ear. All right, I was in the middle of getting yelled at again. He sounds even angrier than before. Jeez, Kana doesn't think things through. He just made this mess then left me to deal with it. Yeah, he's one of those guys. I'm gonna give my statement and I'm gonna leave. Says the thing and leaves. I stand up and bow as slow as I can.
ごめんなさい。反省してます。ごめんなさい。
Good. He shut up already. These prideful types who want nothing more than to feel superior to everyone are so easy to deal with. I bet he didn't expect me to actually go and put myself down. If I were back in my old job, I could have get at least 3 balls out of this sucker. That's what you get for looking down on a bitch with experience. Well then, from today on, I'll do what I want and be the me I want to be. And the first thing my heart is telling me to do is to chase after Kanda. That sounds kind of base, I guess. What is happening, guys?
あなたが指さすほうき星少し遅れて見上げたこんなに綺麗な星空に気づかせないでよしんどいことは全部パスして身の回りはいつもキラキラと楽しいことだけ探して目いっぱいのおしゃれが大好きで正直恋はずっと負けなし駆け引きも鼻歌混じりだったのにこの夏私の何かが変あなたが隣にいるだけで上手に嘘もつけない完全無双の私だけ見てほしいのに星空を見上げるあなたがどうしようまだ消えないときまぎするのはあなただったはずでしょ私じゃなくて
I'm gonna be ending soon, but I'll probably just finish an entire scene and I'm gonna end it. I remember this VN has fucking at least 9 opening songs and 9 ending songs. Make it 4 because there's case 1, 2, 3, and 0. So you know, this VN has a lot of songs. Anyway, let me finish this scene and I'll call it in for today. It's finally over. I feel lighter than ever. I don't think I've been this excited for summer break since I was a kid. Turning around, I see Sumomo chasing after me with a huge bag of hers. With that huge bag of hers. Oh, he's being chased by an older woman.
一緒に帰ろ
What?
もう先生じゃないし一緒に帰ったっていいじゃん
She just doesn't care anymore, guys. She just doesn't care anymore. That's not what I meant. Go back where?
ガレージ夏の間に何かするんでしょカンナ君
Yeah, but
手伝わせてよそれ
why?
カンナ君のこと手伝いたいからあと可愛い写真いっぱい撮ってほしいし可愛いっていっぱい言われたいし
What? I never said anything like that.
写真撮ってる時超言ってるよ
Did I?
無意識かよクソ野郎
I kind of remember actually.
手伝わせてダメ
She's really going all sortus. She even did that. Damn it. Yourself.
やったーじゃあほらほら行こう
I really like her personality like this. What's the rush?
私この場所大嫌いだから
Did good lasting 2 whole weeks, huh?
本当だよねでもカンナ君のガレージは超好きだから行こう
Okay.
は
ヤッホースクラップハンター
誰
Figures.
スモモだよ
ピーチ
そうだよ教職終わったいろんな意味で
何その格好
普段はずっとこんな感じ今までのは私の中の真面目な教師像
やっぱ私の目に狂いはなかったな今のお前はどこからどう見てもピーチザビッチだよ
Peachy the Beach. Well, she really does look like a Stacy. Anyway, I'll be right back. All right, back.
ダセー
ダサくないでしょうが
それでカナコのやってることって何なの
I don't know why. It feels like she gained weight. I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. Yeah, I think yeah, the smart suit really covered a lot of things. But it looks like she gained a lot of weight. What the fuck? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I mean, there's nothing wrong about her being larger looking. I mean, being larger. But it's like the silhouette is larger. Anyway, I don't want to think about this right now. I go get mom's sketch from the car. I'm looking for this place.
何これ
My mom's sketch.
雨嫌なの
へえ絵も描けるんだ
これって今見えてる彗星
Yeah.
カレー彗星
The mama looks really pleased with herself for some reason.
覚えた
Her smile is contagious and I end up mirroring it.
どこなのこれ
I don't know.
そうなの
Mom died before telling me. There's a moment of silence after that. Mom has been looking forward to photographing the comet for as long as I can remember. I went camping almost every week to different places so you could search for the best place to shoot it from, since it only comes around every 76 years.
へえ
この80で
I nod.
なるほどね
それはお母さんが生きているうちに見つかったの
One trip, she told me she had found the place already. But she didn't tell me where it is. I found the sketch inside Hachimaru after she passed. I look up. I want to find the place and be there the day the comet is closest to the Earth. On July 28th this year, I want to take the picture she always wanted to. She always planned to.
雨嫌なの代わりに
I nod.
いいじゃん超素敵超イケてるやりたい宝探しみたいで楽しそう
お前そんなに大事な車なんだったら先に言えよ
Bro, he's been saying that for so long. That's why he wasn't willing to sell it. Did you ever think that maybe I didn't want to sell it for a reason.
車の方は任せろよ。直してやるよ。スクラップハンターあずきが。
決まらねえ。決まってたでしょうが。
Thanks.
私は
I listed out all the campsites I visited with my mom. I want you to help me look them up one by one.
オッケー。いいじゃんいいじゃん。すっごい楽しい夏になりそう。私が頑張ったから神様がご褒美くれたのかも。
凄まじいまでの自己中心的考えだな。
I'm sure it'll be fun.
始めよう。私たちの夏はここから始まるんだよ。私たち3人の秘密プロジェクト。
秘密プロジェクト。
ファインディングアンナ作戦だね。
Finding the success.
お前のネーミングセンスだって壊滅的じゃねえか。
Oh, we have a tip. What's new? What the fuck? Operation Finding Anna. Kanna's summer project to find the real-life location in the sketch of Haley's comet left by his mother, Ame Anna. The name of the operation was kindly provided by Momonochi Sumomo. Her mom really did. Jesus Christ, her name. I don't know why this is word at depth. Sumo was right. Summer's just getting started for the three of us. Oh, dream's over? I guess this is where I call it in. Huh? Yeah, I'll call it in here. All right. So I'm thinking that my schedule for visual novels, I might do an alternating schedule. I think I'm starting to get this story. I'm starting to like this story. I'm thinking whether this is the one I do MWF on the weekdays or it's rewrite. Rewrite's got to be way longer than this VN, and I'm pretty sure I'm gonna finish this VN before I finish rewrite. Even if I give rewrite the MWF schedule, and this VN could be like, yeah. I think I'll do alternating schedule on the weekdays. On the weekends, I'll probably do at least 4 hours for 2 to 3 hours for rewrite and 2 hours for this one. 1 to 2 hours, depending on how I feel in that time. Because I can imagine once I reach the other cases, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I don't know. I like the current case right now, so I know the other cases are a different story. So it depends on how I feel like the case. This will continue until like I finish my real life thing that I'm worrying about right now. Anyway, that's it for Sino type daydream. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next upload. Ciao.